Yes, the Rebbe spoke till now. The Uftova says, but the Rebbe started speaking about the Ikr and Sifyut Ches, that other Inyanim, other Chalakim and Torah, which are in Prati. So in Prati could be Dafke, in Ruchni, could be Dafke expressed. The more you're Bekir of the Inyan, the more the Inyan is Meir. That's in Pashas Advarim. In Nigla Deraisa. So the more the more the Lamdin is more more edel and understands more the Svaris, is more Mekurif to that Inyan in Torah. The further you are, so then the lesser Shaykhis it is. Mashiach Chassidus, which is Yechida, which is Pnimiyas Etzem, so it's Fakert. The Etzem is Mefafeh B'chol Dover. Since the Etzem is the Atzmi is not Mugder in any tzir, so he's the Etzem of everything. And where is brought out the Keach HaEtzem more in the fact that it's Poyel B'makim Rechik Eser. Not Tchilasan is Dafke Noaz B'Seifan. Means the Inyan of Tchil, Inyan of Etzem, is expressed Be'ikr Dafke in the fact that it's B'Seifan, that it's B'Tachtas HaMadrigas, that it's Poyel. Because that's in Gilui Mitzad Atzvam are not able to affect in a Makim which is Yibechutz from their Tchum. Dafke Etzem, which has no Agdara Klal, so Dafke that is able to affect and be Mahapich in of Tacht and Shetach Lemati. That's the Rebbe Mazbek Ben Frier. That's the Uftu, another Uftu Chassidus you don't have in other Chalkei HaTorah. That when are you mastic, when are you tape is the Etzem Hus Chassidus, and Dafke in the fact that Chassidus is Peil B'Makim Rachik B'Yeser. Chutz ein Chutz Lemati Amen. There was spoken, that's the word Barasi L'Teira Tavlin. Barasi it's harder that Vugitz Charis the Etzem from Teira is in the fact that we can Iber Machen even a Metzias of Ra. That's Dafke mitzad the Etzem that is not shaykh any menagad legabe Etzem. So yeah, that's so there was like to say Shnei Inyanim Eilu Shub Teres Achsidus. Val there says B'chol Satera. There is B'chal state that Barasi L'Teira Tavlin. So the fact that Teira is pale in the Reb Shebahamis, that's the Etzem of Teira. But if where does it come out in a more in Yoni of Chassidus is Etzem, and the Yoni of Etzem is that he's expressed Dafke B'makim Namach B'Yeser. So these two Inyanim. First of all, Chadirasa B'chol Chalke Nefesh Ruach Neshama Chaya. Chassidus is, even though it's Inyan which is L'mayla from the Geder of Nefesh Ruach Neshama Chaya, it's Inyan Atzmi, and Atzmi is not Mugder in the Hagdaris of Pratim, but Ava Bekain, it's Cheder, it's the Etzem of everything. And it's Vafeh B'chol Dover, because the Etzem is not a B'china Pratis, so it's the Etzem of everything. But Atsh Be'el is Gam Nefesh B'hamis U'Be'elam. That's first of all, so it's Cheder everywhere, but Bitu Yatzmus, Vigit Tzchareis, the Etzem of Inyan is Dafka Di Polas Nefesh B'hamis U'Be'elam. So Yesh Dugmasam, these two Inyanim, Kechol Inyanim Shebechsidis, Gam B'Nigla. Find this in Nigla. So which two? First of all, the Nekuda that Chassidus is Cheder, that the Etzem is Cheder everywhere, and that not only the Etzem is Cheder everywhere, that means that it's Smacht Iber Alts, doesn't stay in Inyan which is Mufshit from, even though the Chod is Inyan of Ein Sav, it's not Mugder that has to be Dafke Mufshit from the Inyan and Pratim. It brings a new Emek, a new Chayis. It elevates all the B'chinas Pratius, and that where is it brought out the Etzem Husa Inyan, Dafke in the fact that it's Pel and B'chutz, so they have to have a dugma for this Inyan in Nigla, and not only in Nigla Stam, but in Allah. We have Medrash, but in Allah L'maisa. It gets Charis the meaning. Interessant, the Rebbe says, every Musig in Chassidus, you have the same Musig in Nigla. It's one of the Rebbe speaks of many sikhs, different dugmais, but as Zebot Megazak Lamashal, you have Musagim in Kabbalah. There's a Musig in Kabbalah. You don't have the same Musig in Nigla. The Rebbe's Madgish is that since Chassidus is the Nekuda Sa'etzem, so in every single, all Musagim which you have in Chassidus, you have them in Kol Chalkei HaTorah. Bizn Allah. Yeah, it's also connected to this word. And I think in the Sikha, the Sikha the Rebbe spoke it is Kislev, the main part of the Sikha. But I think this part is from Yud Shvat, Tavshin Chavav. So the Rebbe said then that the Gabi, when he spoke about it is Kislev, but by Meir gefragt, where's the Makra and Nigla for this? Rebbe says it. So it's interessant, wer hat gefragt der Scheile, was sie gewendet tegen der Scheile. But bei mir gefragt, where's the Makra? So there brings this Dugman Allah for such a V'lei edel, Allah zu benigla mitzad atzmo, die Allah tak is nicht verstandig. And he tastes of a beer ad inyanim anal shebechsidis. That is invar. Means a pichsidis versteht man der halacha in Nigla. Means the musik, we have this musik in halacha, but the musik is not verstandig. And through chsidis you have a beer in this musik in halacha. Which musik in halacha is it? So the halacha is that arba amish shal adam keinish li b'chol makim. You know it's not in Nigla there's kamet yukim over here. Nicht was gedenk all the pratim, but there's kama pratim in the Indian. So du bist gemeint beim Metzion Alter? You're beim Metzion. Du denkst das?
The copies, no?
Yeah. The copies. Yeah. So Arba Amishal Adam Kenes Li B'chol Makim. Yeah, I don't need to remember. Don't worry. Huh? You were there. You were by Metzion. Yeah, I think we spoke about some pratim then, but this is more about Metzion. Anyways, the halacha is Am Shalom Kiddush Lebechol Makim. That's the kind of the Rabbanon Alpi Pashtus. The Sisrit holds as the Reis, but I think the Sisrit holds that Ezmin of the Aldamas is the Reis. Halacha Meshim Sinai. I think the Sisrit holds that the kinyan of the Aldamas is Halacha Meshim Sinai. Akoponim, but the halacha is Alpi Pashtus Dvarim that the kind of the Rabbanon that Dalid Amis, which is Besvivis Adam, is Kainet a Chavis, which is Besvivis Adam, and Dalid Amis is nikna to the person. And it's, even though the Lashon is B'chol Makim, the halacha is Davke Besimta. That means a reshus, which is reshus shel shneim, or betzid reshus rabim. Yeah, but shaking reshus rabim gufa, you don't have the din of daldamas. That's the halacha. So there's a day like that in the Gemara, but the halacha is that which daldamas is dafka daldamas, which is not a makim, which there's some privacy kaviyachol. A person is betzid reshus rabim, so reshus rabim is a place that people that come, that each one has the yechelis to take care of his objects there, or a simta is a makim reshus shneim. So there the halacha is that dalid amish shel adam is kainisle. That's been the get a chayfetz shel hefker, and or mekacham emkar even. I think there's a machlis got mekacham emkar. Lammers am shteit on the putting. I think it's good. When the get the kedushin also b'shus ram the kamades. The get the kedushin also, so the Baal has to give the get to the yishav and nasim b'yada. So the Gemara, the Mishnah says lav dafke b'yada. Even if the Baal puts the get b'dal damish shel isha is also kainisla, and that's not only in that according to some days there, it's even b'shus rabim mamish. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that brings another 126. According to some one day in the Gemara, even by Mitzvah is b'shus ram b'chla. Good. Doesn't the din rabban. That's the halacha. It's the razeh. The Rebbe gives the hagdara. What's the hagdara from their din? Lamer zem. So it means this. Afsha takana. The takana is that shachayfetz amunach badal damezav shel adam yuknale. The takana is nish glata zeh that dalid amish shel adam is yours. The takana was in order for that the chayfetz. I skipped the line. Yeah, beginning to the Konsekham, bichdei de le'asilin say. I skipped that. But was it b'mstakman azat hakane? Bichdei people shouldn't shouldn't become fights, because if the halacha would be that in order to be kaina chayfet shel hefker, adav shel mitzia, you have to be magbia it. So then a person's going to have a mitzia next to him, and that zweite mensch that kommen soleif and is going to want to fight, to want to pick it up first. So this guy's going to run, going to grab it. So it's very nagans abahola. Once you're masak and that once the chayvetz gefinzach without amish shel adam. So there's no, once you see that the chayvetz gefinzach leven I mentioned, there's no point of fighting. Sheniklan. If you have to do a ma'aseh kidin agba or meshicha, so that's going to make a whole. They're going to start jumping over it. But once you're masakin, once the zach is already without a ma'aseh, it's kaineslei, so there's no chash of asil insi. That's the sibus of the takana. So the after the takana here, the main objective of the takana is shachayvetz amurach without a ma'aseh shalom yuknalei. At the chayvetz lovern zayin. Mikomekim b'shvil kinyan achayfetz hiknu lechacham is dal the ames atzman v'asom kachatzere. Yeah, the nusach here is I'm saying is the brings in the order, but the Avnei Miluim brings the machlekes in was for the ifnat u'masakin given the takana of dal ames. So according to one day, that the ifnat takana was we have a kinyan of chatzere shlad kinalei that b'shas achayfetz shel hefker or even mekachamem. That's not going to say one of the kinyanim is. If the chayvetz is nichas b'chatzer, even without making a meshicha or akbar or a ma'aseh kinin, if the chayvetz gefinzach b'shusay shalakayna, it becomes his. That's the chatzer shel adam. So one shit is that chacham weren't the kind of kinin daldamis is not that the chayvetz was gefinzach in dein svive, the chayvetz verdaine. That the kind was that the daldamis shel adam should have a din of chatzer. Once it has a din of chatzer, so the chayvetz animtza becomes yours because the halacha is that b'shas azach gefinzach by din of chatzer vertes dein. Azay mitzvah midei reis your chatzer is dafker shirashus that belongs to you. The Al-Damas doesn't belong to you. The Al-Dam Shis Hashem is nish daina. A person has a shus to be misasek there in the Tzidr Shis Hashem, but it's not yours. It's nish daina. So the Reis doesn't have a din of chotzer. The Kana was that the Al-Damas Shemisvivi should have a din of chotzer. That's one svara. That's the Ran. And the Avnei Miluim brings the other Rishonim hold that not that the Dal Amis is yours, the Chayfetz becomes yours. So the Rebbe brings here, but the Nusach, the way the Rebbe says it is, just Ash the Kana Shechayvetz is negate to the Hemshech Abira Pichsidus also. Just Afshat the Kana Shechayvetz Amunich Without Adam Ezra Shladim Yuknalei. That's the purpose of the Indian, that in order for the Chayvetz to become it. It's not the Kana that your Dal Dana should have your din of Chatzah. The Chayvetz will learn dain. But Mikomen can be Shvil Kinyan HaChayvetz Hiknu Lechachamim as Dal Damas Atzma Masam Chatzah. The whole, they were made the Dal Damas Chatzah, but only B'Shvil Kinyan HaChayvetz. That's this Teich, the state is clear in the Avnei Miluim, this upteich. The Avnei Miluim can say Chomer Masak and the Dal Damas should have a din of Chatzah. The Rebbe says they don't have a din of Chatzah. Only Le'inyan, it's yours, Le'inyan being Kaina Chayvetz HaNichnas B'ay. That's the mashmos here. The Dal Damas only become yours, only Le'inyan Zeh. You have a dugma, you have an halacha musig of someone's Kniyam and Aslahaknes. Someone's maknes to someone else, a Chayvetz, not that the Chayvetz should be his. That he should have the schus to sell it. He should have the rights of being maknet. So a person can be Kaina Chayvetz for Shidna Ifanim. So the Rebbe is learning here not that they were making the Dal Damas, and b'meila once the Dal Damas is your chotzer, so b'meila you're kain the chayvetz. They were kain that they were making the Dal Damas only le'inyan zeh that a chayvetz that it's yours legabi being kain a chayvetz hanichas beh. Then besteht this Agdar is a chiddush. Das nicht das steht nicht mehr vor in the Mekaydes here. Mekaydes steht I'm saying this negates with the Rebbe touches it up. Oh, but it says tikun khamas b'shvil ken achiv tikun khamas dal amas atzam asam kachetze vayidei zeh b'meila ken shleis achiv samunach b'meteras kinin chatz. The Rebbe is being asked vayidei zeh b'meila once they were making dal amas there's no two takonas here. Means if the purpose was to make that chayvet should be yours. If in order to so you have to be that's like the faman takona der rabbanim the raisa azach was gefinzach by in dein siv doesn't become yours. So if they would make a dal damas you would need two takonas. You have to make sada dal damas yours inside the chayvet yours. So then they wouldn't have done a double prat. But the Rebbe is saying there's no, or they could make it the kind in a way that the chayvet should become yours, or that the dal damas is yours, and the meila the chayvet becomes yours. So you're not gaining anything by making the chayvet yours. You're making one takana. So or that the takana is the chayvet should become yours, or that the takana is that the dal damas should be yours, the Indian kin chayvet. And meila you don't once chacham or masakin as the dal damas has din of chotzer, you don't need any takana in the sefes, but there the chayvet will burn down. So Shaila is if the point of Kinei Daldamas is nicht that the Daldamas will learn Chotzer. Bechleit we kind of chayvetz. Why are they mistaken in such a way? So the Rebbe says here, in order that it shouldn't be a kinyan b'lei tam. He says El Shazem Ashiknu. The Rebbe says doesn't say. If I say this, okay. So days of Melech Kinei Daldamas teres kinyan Chotzer. Well, kein Kotten shein Chotzer in the Gam Daldamas. Is not this is the Rebbe's madgishir. Not that the halacha is that the damas has din of chotzer. Not the damas doesn't have a din of chotzer stamazeh. Only rak letzera kin chevetz amonach bem. That means it's only yours leinin being kain chevetz amonach bem, but leila in acher. Yeah, that's the this Agdar and Niglas negate that Rebbe wants to touch it up the primis. So it's what's gekend sein that touches the chamor masaken the damas has din of chotzer. Not it's yours only legabe being keine chafatzim. So the ganze hat den verchatz. Das sagt nicht das. The purpose that the kana is all kennen and the chayfetz. But they to machen the chayfetz soll sein deine der magnet da damas. But you don't have it. It's not the damas is yours. It's they're only magnet to you. Leinya the chayfetz soll sein deine. Leinya being keine chafatz. Yeah, I remember now the prati advarim, but in the Amashal, if you look in there's two pratim. If you look at 129. There says Shelachein Svirli Latesis Varosh Shadal Damas Inin Kenes Bigneva. That Legabi Gneva, the Damas is not Kene. Afsha Hasom Chacham Kachatzere. Ki Lo Hasom Kachatzere L'Chol Dover. Ki Motzir Kine Nachev Zefanim Siyam Mitzia. So the Rebbe is learning here that if the Takana would be that the Damas became your Chotzer, jemand wollte nicht gekannt Misaken sein, that the Gneva you shouldn't be Kene with the Damas. But since the Agdara Sakinin is that it's only the damas is not yours. It's only they gave you schusim. The damas is only yours. The gabi kinyan chayfetz. So they only gave it. It's only yours. The gabi kinyan chayfetz of mitzia or matana or keitzvus, and it's not yours. The gabi being kinyan gneva. Shalachein tzvir lula teisvus. I think that I don't remember now the pratim, but in the mefarshim of mitzia, I think Rabbi Kivega learns differently why according to teisvus and the Rosh gnevi are not kain. Not like that Rebbe is saying here. I think he learns that the gabi because of it's under the siddis. He explains also why Gneva not, but it's like the zweiter tam. What the Rebbe is saying here is a chiddush. There's pratim here. Not that I remember all the pratim, but there's pratim here. This shelachein tzvir le'lateis doesn't work by Gneva. Is nicht in davar pash. Yeah, okay, that's nicht negia the other pratim. Mechira matana is machlekes, but I don't remember the Rebbe says mitzayim mechira matana re'ishachish mishpat. I think in the Yerushalmi episode it says mefurish the mechira matana is also. I think it's machlekes Rishein and Lepoel. If mechira matana is also. Gemara steht in our mitzia. The Gemara is dugma is mitzia, and there's Gemara that gittim v'kedushin mitzia is klar. There's a Gemara, and the Rishalmi says that if hefker becomes yours, lachas kam become mechira matana, whereas das acheres maknes. But I think some Rishonim halten nicht to say.
Would that stem with this or doesn't stem?
Why doesn't it stem?
Because it's
but gneva nicht.
It's only that they shouldn't fight.
Oh, why you're saying the tamil asal in see? Why? I think that the word is the Rebbe's lashon here is just look at the lashon here. So the Rebbe learns the reason those shittas that hold the mechira matana yerkaina is because it's kayetz b'zev mitzia. It's b'deimal mitzia, not because there's pratim here. It's nicht as a pashut. I'm saying there's Sedavas zum Ayin sein. Here also, if you look in the second part of Order 127, Mash Hiknus Dal Das Ames Atzma Afshim said the Tam Losel in Suya Neger Aksha Chevetz Yakoni. Yishlema Shli Rotzu Lahaknus Zachevetz Be'efen Shia Gilchas Balei Time Legamri. V'chein Hiknus Dal Ames Shal Yodim Yiknus Zachevetz. So it's Masber. Why was the Efen Atakona that the Dal Ames go fit? Shouldn't be Hilchas Balei Time. Hilchas Balei Time means there's a reason why they were Masak in Dal Ames. But it's not a reason. The word has to be Hilchas Balei Time. It means that the Kinyan has to have a touch. You have to also have a sabir because you have a reason, so therefore out of nowhere the thing should become yours. That has to be a hezber. Once you say that they made it, it became your chotzer, so there is a hezber to the kinyan. That's the Rebbe touches here. But this is not the if you look at Avnei Miluim, he touches otherwise why they were making the dal damas. The beer why they were the Takana was in a way of making their dal damas. The beer that Rebbe gives here that Shem Mikos time is a beer versteht da. That's not nicht. Ich kann sagen andere Bier. Yeah, and this beer is negate the Hamshich, but the Rebbe explains that Bechsidus too. First of all, time means not that there's no reason. The Gemara brings that this in Gittin is a kinyan of Maimet Shloshtam. If Ruvain owes Shimon money, let's say, and no, Maimet Shloshtam is if Ruvain owes Shimon money. And now Shimon wants to transfer the chayiv to Levi. So Chomer Masakin that if all three people are standing there, Reuven, Shimon, and Levi, so Shimon could tell Reuven, Ashtat Salomir, pay Levi. And the chayiv is if all three, Maimer Shloshim, alle drei stehen dort, so the chayiv is transferred. And the Gemara says it's a hilchas abalei time. Teza says there's a reason why they're masakin it, but there's no hezber how the kinyan works. The Kohen Rabbanan also has to have a uptouch. It's kind of chomer masakin. There's a lumdus, the avana to the Kohen. It's not enough to have a reason why they're masakin. There has to be also a zbar in what's the mechanism visa arbit. Here, stamazay if they were making because of a reason less in suya. So the chafatzim is gefinis the charum. There's on verandain. What happened? It's the cut is next to me, so it should become mine. There's no. It's not behesim to any gedolim of kinyan. Once they were masakin the daldamis, which should be your chotzer, so chotzer is a kinyan. And the daldamis has a dimit to chotzer because it's around you. The pearl in a simta siddush around you're able to use it, but there's a dimit. The Rebbe, this verse is also again the previous. So that's the halacha. Now the shaila is, the pele is that. So first, what do we have? We have over here a musik a chum where makna dal damis, not glatazeh. That means the dal damis around the person hotish kindin from chasser. It's only yours le'inyin kinyan chayfetz. So that is good. That is halacha. It's there. Ime yesh kinyan dal damis umetam kinyan chasser, but the pearl it has miles over kinyan chasser. Comes because the other from kinyan chasser. That's the pele. The halacha is that a chasser she'enim mishtameres means if you have a chasser that chayfetz was gefinzich in the chotzer is nicht mishtamen. Yeah, someone has a porch and the porch is and yet the ene can reingehen. There's no lock, so it's a chotzer she'enim mishtamen. So a chotzer she'enim mishtamen is only kind of mitzia. Ba'ad the balabayis if the balabayis is standing there, and he says zoch solisadi. He says chotzer she'enim mishtamen is gam kshe'emet bekirav lachayvez even she'uchalintes as mevilitlei is not kaina as she'yemar zoch solisadi. Dal dam is chotzer mishtamer, so it's kind of even if the bailam is not there. But chotzer she'eni mishtamer has this agbala that dafkivi says actually sadi. Dal dam is also not mishtamer. Dal dam is an open place. There's no fence around the dal dam. Anybody the chayvetz gefinz of that they can stem. It's not secured. But ava v'kein halacha is even if he doesn't say zachsali sadi, the zachsali dal dam may say the chayvetz is nikna. In circling is zachsal. V'at shekenis lei la'adam shlei midai teretzei niklal. That's a pratim here, which means even if he doesn't want the dal damis to be kind to him, he's kind anyway. As long as he wants the chayfetz, even though he doesn't want this kinyan should work. It's interesting because this word is not a chiddush by kinyan dal damis. The halacha that if a person, even though you don't want this kinyan, you're kind it anyway, it's not a din of dal damis. All kinyanim. If you want to be kind of chayfetz, but you don't want the ma'aseh kinyan that you're doing, lepel. What's the dugma in a simple dugma? If someone, the adamas is the ma'aseh of the reisa. But if someone, let's say, was makbiyah something, but he didn't want to be kind of bagba, he wanted to be kind with chayfetz another kinyan, let's say, and the other kinyan didn't work. But afa became since he did agba, he's kind of. Because if you want to be kind of something, even if you don't have kavanah to the ma'aseh kinyan that you're doing, you're kind of it anyway. So it's not a chiddush in the adamis legabi other, but legabi chotzer it's a chiddush. Legabi a chotzer she'enim mishtameres, there not only is in the dav dort nishtain, and you have to dafke say that I want my chotzer to work. By the adamis is l'chura al derech chotzer, so l'chura it shouldn't have those darim. So it doesn't have the darim of chotzer altogether. It has the darim of regular kinyan. That even shalei b'dai to be yidiyasi klal, as long as he wants the chayv is vert zayin. I think that's the pshat. So that's a shitta. I don't think the Rebbe means that shitta here. But so that's a shitta that even if you don't want the chayvitz altogether, see, no one holds that it's a special din in the Aldamis that you don't need ratz in the Liknes. There's not a chiddush miyuchad in the Aldamis. So the Rebbe is saying it not as a chiddush in the Aldamis. Benigo to chotzer sheidim mishtameres. Yeah, the lashon is mashma as a chiddush in the Aldamis. Oh, good. According to Beer later, it's mashma also that it's a chiddush in the Aldamis dafke. But I don't think in the Shchonar, in the Rishenim, I don't think it's a chiddush in the Aldamis dafke. This verse, let me that Leumas chotzer, it's a chiddush. Yeah, we'll see the teichim. Oh, it's a beer. Mekim shkol kinen da adam mit ham kinen chotzer. Wenn gel da adam at mit grim him chotzer. Kanal shin knus like im zer kinen khayfetz. So ich efsh kinen da adam sie alle mit kinen chotzer. Yeah, so Hagan der brings now 134. The says from the fractor kasha attack. And the Hizif says Mekivan there's mishum the tam of the asalin suye. Later all the chalig bin Omar the learn the kina kate abaslin suye. If the time will be that the person has to say zochsli da adamis with very merivis. Person can say I did say I didn't say yenevet kumen soleifin will be a fight so maybe they were masakim but the Rebbe says l'saf kosaf there's no hezber. Kimen sef kos mashtik da adam she kain is they shasam kachatzer. Yef shli khosh gez min khos asmin kain. We don't find this. It's not two takanas. It's not that it's chotzer and also it's arbet mer. It's ein takanas. If it's ein takana, we can do. Okay, this is. Lamazem v'abiruzah. The Rebbe sagt das. Now, the first thing the Rebbe says, "V'dal da'meser shel adam mispashetes b'chinas hayichidush shebei." This steht in Chassidus that within the person himself, the keches hanefesh, that's meir within the person himself. The seichos in the meyach, the midas are belief. The yichidushim, the etzem hanefesh is mispashit in the shetach shemichutz la'adam. Dal da'meser shel adam. And there is meir. Say a person has a certain the b'chinas hamakef shebenefesh is meir b'dal da'meser. As it steht in Chassidus. Says so. This kinyan of dal damis, what everyone says, the kinyan of dal damis is neveh mitzat yichidush benefesh. There is a eifin that you're kind of chayfetz, that you create the shayches to chayfetz mitzad your pnimius keiches pnimium mitzad seichel let's say mitzad seichel shebenefesh have a shayches to certain chayfetz. So then that's a shayches that's built mitzad tam v'das. Mashal chatzeri is yours, not mitzad yichidush benefesh. Because mitzad keiches pnimium it belongs to you. You bought it, whatever it is, but it's an extension of yours. So chotzer is limited that it's only shayches to you if al pi seichel v'tam v'das there's a shayches between the makom and you. If it's any mishtamer, let's say, so the keich that you have to be pale and chafatzer mitzad chotzer is the mitzad keiches pnimium. Mitzad keiches pnimium, if the chayves has no shayches to you, it's any mishtamer, so bist du nicht keiner. Mashik and dal damis, the fact that dal damis has a shayches to that person, that's mitzad keiches, that's mitzad the keir makef, the etzem hanefesh. Etzem hanefesh is not mugder that it's pale dafke within the tchum of the person. It's pale in bachutz also. So dal damis is neveim, it's a chinas hayichidush shabei. For lechein, it's not totally in das. It means the shayches that the is not totally b'das. Lechein kenes le'adam shlei b'minasa v'daiti ki b'chinas hayichida in negei in the das v'aseichel. The atzmis hanevesh which is higher than seichel v'das. Yeah, we'll see the pratim there is an asber in Pnimi Seinyan. Oh, so if b'chinas hayichida, if dal damis is always b'chinas hayichida, so then it's dal damas is hat a shayches to mention. Mitzad ermak, but hat to be in kein chayfetz. So the Rebbe says, el shespash to say yichide, but dal damas is v'shul kein chayfetz. It means, wo gets a chareis yichidush benefesh. Yichidush benefesh is inyan is vertareis gebracht dafken mi v'chutz la'adam. In calls man the nefesh as pale but pnimi sa'adam in his tchum gets a chareis the etzem nefesh, the darga which is higher than geder seichel v'das. Where is the etzem hanefesh mizbatel lepayel when it's pale in bachutz? When it's pale on a mitzias in bachutz, which has no shayches to you. Mitzad gdorim of mitzias, it's benifred legamri, and it's even that big mitzad yichide vertas ich deine. Otherwise, everything when you get to etzem. Mitzad etzem even on mitzias, which mitzad tziyur is bendigo, it has no shayches to the person, but the etzem is not mugdar. So afila azach, which is mitzad gdorim of seichel, we don't see a connection to the nefesh, but mitzad etzem it is zayin eichet. and he's able to be mahapich even a davar shem b'chutz. So al derech zeh, the etz atzmius of a yid, which is higher than metzias. So eres pela fila af hachayvis in b'chutz, which has no shaychus to your metzias, that should also be nichnas to the tchum of a yid, to the tchum kedusha. So that's what the Rebbe says here. Shespashtus hayichid with Adam Ezra shul kinin nechayvis. Akhnaz v'gash nechutz l'adam. Who gets chares yichid shebenefesh? Where is it say materialized in the fact that even a chayvis was gefindt sich mibachutz from the person, wird verbunden mit hayid, wird es deine. Says a keiche shal Adam atzmei. So here's already we get the Rebbe sagt sagen azay. I think till now this is a dugmen nigla for the word that vu sagt chares in the kudas etzem darf can being mashpia on chutz on something which has no shaykhs to you. But the Rebbe spoke that there also a dugmen nigla for the Indian that the etzem is cheder mefafeh b'chol davar. Etzem husay is mizbata darf in being pel b'chutz, but the kudas is the first prat. So that's just like this. Hakeicha shel adam atzmei b'chol dal abchinas nefesh ruach neshama shabei, which is that's in of arba amis. Means the person himself is shaykh to the makam of Dal Damas. But ein biyacholtam lahamshich ulegalis v'chinas hayichida. Means arba ames is the Rebbe brings in the Gemara in Even. This is word to the Chore. Rebbe starts going into a different word a little bit because in Shulchan Aruch state not legabi kini Dal Damas, legabi Dal Damas b'chlal that Dal Damas is considered mekayim shel adam. Legabi Shabbos. Why is it considered Mekayim Shel Adam? Because the Erech of a person is 3 amis, and she Yifshet to Dart Niyadav, so it's 4 amis. So that's Keich's premium. The Adam is connected to Erech Dal Amis. So, Matchash gesagt früher that in Dal Adam Shel Adam is Vashet is B'chinas Hayichida. We hear the Rebbe saying, Keich Shel Adam Atzmai B'chol Dal B'chinas Nefesh Neshama Shabei is Arba Amis. But Arba Amis Mitzad Atzmam Ein B'yicholtam Lahamshich Ulegalis is B'chinas Hayichida. V'rak sha'keich is b'ayim levar eze davar gashmi shemechutz la'adam. Haknoas cheves asusi shel adam de levar l'zachia de shenshamish b'lashem shemayim. Oz dafke mizgal is b'em chinas hayichida. Is mizgal in the Dal Damas. The Rebbe is learning here Dal Damas says the keiches pnimi. Till now learning Dal Damas is pasha the shadach from b'chutz. So that's the aim word. Dal Damas la'adam is connected to yichida shebenefesh. Now the Rebbe is saying something else. Dal Damas is connected the Dal p'chinas in the nefesh. Nefesh shochem shamachayim. And the Dal Amis Mitzad Atzmam haben nicht gescheiches für Yechida. Dal Amis Mitzad Atzmam. When are the Dal Amis connected to Yechida? When the Dal Amis, when the Keiches HaNefesh are going to Mevara Metzias Shem B'chutz. Then the Dal Amis are Meschaber with B'chinas Yechida Shem B'nefesh. And the Takikein the Chayfetz. So it starts by saying Dal Amis Shalom Special B'chinas Yechida Shem and then it is man muss verstehen the two praten that it wants to bring out. The first, the etzim kinin of Dal Damas wird is gebracht with yes, this is klar, this prat. See, this prat is a Kirchlam Chodat is Arba Amis. That's the Metzias Adam Gufa. But that's not pale on the Arba Amis in Bachutz. What does that even mean? What's the shear of Arba? Yechidish Benefesh was gedarf mispashtet sein even more than 4 amas. What's the shear of 4? So I'm saying because 4 is the Dal B'chinas Nefesh Ruach Neshama Chaya. Not the Dal Amas in Bachutz are connected to Nefesh Ruach Neshama Chaya. The Dal Amas have to do with Yechidish Benefesh. Why 4? Because 4 is connected to the Gaiva of the person, which is 4, which is Nefesh Ruach Neshama Chaya. Huh? So that brings out that you're being kind of the chayfetz through the emtzai of 4. The yechid is poil beemtzos hakeiches. So that's why it's beemtzos Dal Damas. Sounds like yechid mitzad atzmei is mispash mitzad atzmei has nothing to do with the shear of 4. The tnuah that it's in bechutz la'ad and that's mitzad yechidish benefesh. The fact that it's 4 and not 3 and not 5, that's because Dal Damas is connected the Dal B'chinas of the nefesh. And the kinyan of the chayfetz is through, the yechida doesn't work by itself. The yechida is kind of the chayfetz through the daldamas. Means when the keches hanefesh are mashkia to mevar the chayfetz in bachutz, then through them wird durchgeführt the nekudas yechida. That's what the Rebbe is saying in the good. So that's in the orders of Mevar. That was just he's being var the din. If stam as you're saying that yechida, which is in and of atzmi sanefesh, is meir in bachutz, was hat stam the medida from 4 ames, say 10 ames, because the yechida shebenefesh is nizgale through the dalit, through the keches hanefesh. But when is nizgale through the keches hanefesh? When they're misasek lifel on a chayvus bachutz. Then the yechida works through the 4, through the. That's a shtelt zechayis in kinyan chayvus bachutz daldamas. Yeah, it's interesting. So this is what the Rebbe is mevar in the ha'ardas. In Arda 137. See the lashon. When the keches hanefesh, calls man the keches hanefesh are poil in a tchum which is bekiruv to the nefesh. So then wird nicht nizgale durch sie the nekudas etzem. When the keches hanefesh are poil to misasek zeh mit the chayvus shin bachutz, then is nizgale through them b'chinas yichidush b'nefesh. It says v'azim nizgale sleirak b'bira adavar gashin b'chutz la'adam. Which that's the second tnuah prat the Rebbe is saying, that the fact that a davar shin b'chutz becomes his, that's not mitzat tzeicha v'das. The fact that a davar shin b'chutz la'nefesh, shin b'chutz la'adam becomes muvurer, that's a keich, that's dafka mitzat ha'etzem. But not only that the keiches are but through that is mizgale gam b'pchinish la'neshama atzma, da'at pchinish nefesh u'neshama chaya. V'ayodam dafka nimshachas b'elas v'davar gashin b'chutz la'adam. Afshis eiris eichid ba mitzat bir davar gashin b'das. Means keiches mitzat atzma don't have a shaychus to don't bring out the tnuas etzem. When the keiches are an imtzai to be pale at a bir and a davar gashmi, then through the keiches the etzem bet nizgal, and that's pale also an ili in the keiches, that they become an imtzai for this gadlus etzem, for the mshachas etzem. Says you can look at the keiches as any b'fnei atzma. You can look at the keiches as a imtzai for this gadlus etzem. So when they're an imtzai, the bir davar gashmi, that's what's tefes the etzem. When the keiches are misasik, being pale and a davar shin bachutz, so yamot vert nizgale how they're an imtzai for this galus etzem. See, the Rebbe just says that this is a beginning of Chassidus, but the Rebbe says that you find out there the gabi ishavos and the gabi ma'isa mitzvahs. That the etzem, the gabi ishavos l'poil. The Alter Rebbe says that in his havas hayesh is dafka mitzad atzmas. Mitzad atzmi doesn't express the nekudas etzem. In an of gilui, me'in amar, so that you also have kaviyachal in giluyim. You don't need that doesn't express the keich ha'etzem, the nekud of me'in amar. But when the is mahava the yesh, so yamult ver druch is nimshach and is galda the keich ha'etzem. The truas ha'etzem is connected to yesh. If it would be ishavos shalea the so then it would be the etzem without any gilui, without the gilui etzem. When the eir is mitzdarif to the savas hayesh, so the savas hayesh if around the nekudas etzem, and the eir is not just tamas in agili, but the eir is nemtzai as durch them zol zecher the nekudas etzem. See, if there's one eifin that an eir is meir the inyan eir is meir the chveis the ein seif of lakus, not the nekudas etzem of lakus. When the eir is through the eir, there's this havas hayesh yamot vert durch eir nizgale the nekudas etzem, which is be'etzem higher than the gather of eir. So there's here kseichel mitzad atzmai expresses seichel. When the seichel is an emtzai to be pale and a bir and a davar gashmi, yamot herzich and seichel the nekudas etzem. So if it would be the pool and a davar shim b'chutz without the emtzais of seichel, so then what sich nicht daris gebracht, what sich nicht the hert, it wouldn't be meir than nekudas etzem. It would be in an atzmi which is beyond gilui. When the seichel, when the uft over here is that the seichel is an emtzai that through him the keich etzem should be pale. So that's pale as the zalzacheren and keiches the nekudas etzem. It should be made in seichel that there's a nekuda which is not mugder in seichel. It's zalzachopling in the seichel. That's when seichel it becomes a tuffle to the being pale and a davar gashin shim b'chutz.
Does it have to come out to seichel?
The kavana is and it should be nizgala. Nizgala means is zalzacheren begoli. The etzem mitzad is higher than seichel, is higher than gedarim, is higher than mitzias. We wanted a mitzias zalzacheren as far as etzem which is not mugder. The fact that the mitzvah is also cheren, that's through the mitzvah of seichel.
And how can seichel bring that if it's not shaykh?
Good. So that's because the mitzvah Indian is that the fact that there's seichel is in order for it's all for the sake of the kavanah says. The premise Indian is that the fact that there's ratzon and seichel and all the keches pnimim is not for their sake itself. There should be the union of ratzon and seichel. That through them is a zachernas farna etzem, which is beyond seichel. That's the premise of what seichel is. When is this gala? That's the premise of seichel. When seichel is an imtzait, we peel in a bir and a davar gashmi. I'm saying this is a ganze Indian chassidus, and this is the Rebbe saying it as a. But dugmas hashekech ha'atzmus shemitzusim me'atzmusei. Im hayesim izbate b'savas hayesh gashmi davke. Mikom kemamshach es kech ha'atzmus ba'yesh wa adei ha'er davke. Lashon chassidus sha'er hu memutze ben yesh amiti liyesh hanivra. Heine da dem zois so bei kech ha'atzmus. Wird rob getrogen der kech ha'atzmus lahavas yishmayim v'evas amukul. Wissen soll nicht verstehen der Bier, das ist der Rebbe says. Aber das ist so atem shme yes shigili atzmas u bekim mitzvos meisi is davke bechol ze even am shogas az meisi mitzvos wa der keches pnimim seichel mit davke means if without avira is not a keli tetz meisi is connected tetz because meisi is even though there's no shaykh is kachol bertzayin the technical meisi mitzvah doesn't express any in the laki so then the fact that the mitzvah is mushish and atzmas which is higher than the hagbolas of mitzvahs that's connected to meisi mitzvahs. But the etzem is nimshach in the ma'ase through the keches pnimim. The Rebbe is not going through the beer. He's just saying this inyan that on one hand the etzem is connected to the seif ma'ase, to ma'ase, but leidach the keches pnimim in yanim is also to be a mamutza to be mamshach the etzem. Means that the kavanah sa'atzmus is that there should be the gili etzem, and that's through the keches pnimim. So that brings out these two pratim. That means that the echad chassidus is pale everywhere. That means the kavanah of everything is safkasaf for the sake of the etzem. But what does that mean in mitzias? That the etzem guf is maisa, is in chutz, and the nekud of everything else is in order for the etzem, which is a maisa, as ozayin begoli, should be bezgalus. So shulachin letzer kinen achayfetz gam ad adam is kneim lo adam. But they said that hadal dam is kenel isachivitz kenal b'fnim. Look at the Rebbe said, "Yishlema." Zog am abir b'fnim esinam shel rasel hakes isachivitz even she v'kilchas avoli time legamri ki gam bir gashmi chul tzokli sim shchad yaseichel time edaf. Means look, the etzem in of being mavara davar gashmi is in which is mitzat higher than gedarim, higher than seder stalshalos. But the kavanah is that this, but the etzem is not mugder that a dafka has to be an aifin of lamaida miseder stalshalos. So the kavanah is that this etzem, which is not mugder, should be nizgala, should be nirgash, should be meir. So the kavanah is that through this keches pnimim zal mitzukim and etzem. Yeah, this is a Indian klal in Chassidus does that from verstehen, but this is the Nekuda Klolis.
By Shabbos, it's also the meaning of Gilui, or just or for the etzem?
I think the lashon that it brings to Tzaddik Daled is what does it mean that Keich Atzmos is nimshach through the yesh through air. Wird arab getrogen durch air. It's shaykh to the it should be nirgash in the mitzvah yesh. The yesh should be able to be it should be meir in the yesh that isn't having sat Keich Atzmos. Shouldn't just be a union of if it would have been sat Keich Atzmos itself. So there's no rules, there's no gdarim. Was nicht gehört kavanah essen. You say a bit pashtus. If there wouldn't have been seichel amidus. So if there would be no gdarim b'shtalshlus. Well, the Gemara says there wouldn't be any tfisa that it wouldn't be nisgale that this in is an expression of the fact that the atzmos is not mugder. There's no way of being margish. It would be the atzmos mahavet. There's no touch. There's no mitzias. How is an nisgale lepoil there's seichel amidus? Seichel amidus is that there's the chura rules. Api seichel doesn't make sense that something which has no yachas to the alien should have ashpanim. So that. Mit dem wird this galet there's an etzem which is not mugder in the kolom of seder shlashlos. If just the bemis have us without the Indian of Giluyim, wollte es nicht gekent mehr sein. Then it wouldn't have been the fact that there is nothing. There's only what he wants. So there's no mitzias where there would be mayor that there's an emes which is beyond the gdarim of mitzias. I say the Rebbe in general terms, just kama biyurim. What's the pshat in the sinyan? That even though the etzem is nisbata dafken yesh or dafken mais dafken chutz, but Keach etzem is mizbate in this inyan through keches pnimiyim, through giluim, through inyanim of seder shalshalos, of and of. So that was just being general terms of state Chassidus, but the prati is biyurim. What's darfen haben the meaning? There's kame biyurim. The Sech and Chele Gimel, that was Mevar the Avir, the same meaning. That on one hand you say that mitzvahs ma'isi is if a yid does a ma'isi without kavanah is yetzer. Avir is only darch Hashem. It's not the mechuva. Means Avir alone only connects to the geluim of the Eibishter, not to the etzem. The ma'isa alone does Rabbi with the etzem. But the ma'isa without kavanah, so glad to the ma'isa is from garnished. He does a ma'isa and there's no. If a yid does Avir and he has a sagas elukus and then tut a ma'isa mitzvah yamot herzach by and that there's yamot leicht begolit, there's an Eibishter which is beyond my av and beyond my yira and beyond seichel v'asag. That's more begolit than Kodesh etzem. The Rebbe says there's something different. The Rebbe says there that the kavanah is that atzma should be meir begoli. The lashon over there is more. The Rebbe dort steht in the Sikh of Chilei Gimel. The end of the Sikh. It's one that says Ein Sham Barichis, but I think it's one Sikh. Yeah, ich habe es nicht sehr klar. But that's Beifan Klodi. That's the Nekoda. The Rebbe is saying at the end of the day, the Rebbe's Mevar here, the Nekudas Etzem is connected dafka to Yesh. To beer the whole Kuntas we're learning that the Etzem is cheder everywhere. Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chaya. It's cheder everywhere. Because the Etzem is not bleakful in Kamos and bleakful in Echos. Here the Rebbe is saying that Mitzvah Etzem is connected dafka to Yesh, to Chutza. And the Shaykhs of Giluyim to Etzem, Giluyim are none of Milas. The Etzem is higher than Agdara. L'chore Giluyim is Inyan Pratim, Milas Pratis. But their kavanah is also l'shem his galus etzem, and that's how does it play at Savat Lopel that the mechuven of the keches and nefesh is to be also mishtatif in the aved of the bitter ayesh, because the shaykhs of the keches pnim to the etzem is that in yanim is to bring out the etzem. So what does that mean Lopel? What's meant is bepoil? That the nekudav keches, if kol man keches pnim are monich in their inyan, so then herzach in seichel, vetzach hern in seichel, the lukus is connected to seichel. When a person is legt der eins an seichel, v'chdeit zu mevars and achevetz shnin in bechutz, the seichel becomes a tuffel to the etzem, which is in ma'ase. Then through the seichel herzach the kavanas etzem, herzach the nekudas etzem, and that's the pnimius kavana of what in of keches pnimim is. That they should be an emtsoy that durch sie soll herabgetragen werden der Keich Atzmas. Yeah, the Nukud is the safe ma'isa, and the whole tchila is in order for the etzem which is in the safe to be nizgal. Yeah, the flan the inyan bepratis. This is the. Versteht, yeah? Pikon al yumtak mashachona va'keli. Lo asimar hu afatz me'anas chutza dafke. Also again, the diak afatz me'anas chutza. Not the etzem inin is galas achsidis, but what's going to bring Mashiach lepoil is the hafatz me'anas chutza. The other thing, achona va'keli shem kam hamshichim. It's hashpa of her. Mishkos va'gerim scham mitzvah. Yeah, the Rebbe is very afatz me'anas chutza. So this. Neis of this key, was happens chutza? Ist nama yid lernt chassidus? Mamshech chassidus auf der Welt? Was happens dafke chutza? Ki neis of this mikim shgila Mashiach ye bechol inyanei. Mashiach wird doch uftan in ganz Welt. And not only bin get techweis the is Mashiach is going to learn Teirach Hadasha with Grace Alam. Uftan in ganz Welt. Ad asher v'ro kol basar. In kol basar the middle Rebbe is madgish even Bali Chaim. Arganava Koraselikus, we're called Basar. So Melikam Achana Vakel is a Fatzimion is Bakel at the Tachtum Beyeser Chutza. So that's only that you need everything. You can't just be maybe it's Mayonis and Pnim, you has to be also Bachutz. But they're saying, well, why was the Mashiach Madgish that Shefutza Manesecha Chutza? Futza Manesecha, Bachol Makim. What's the dig after it? So Bite Muhus Mayonis Achsidis, who Kshem Mispashtum Chutza Davke. So it's calls mentioned Sam Mayonis Rakba Pnim, Ein Mizbata Adain Amitis Muhusam. Why not a mitzvah mosam? Because the pnim mitzad atzmi is only shaykh to the etzem as an emtzoi to be peil on chutz. The whole mitzvah of is emtzoi to bring down the keich atzmos to the yesh. Mitzad Atzmi is Geluim, doesn't bring out the Etzem. Mitzad what Inyan is the what's the Amitas in the that the should be a Keli, that through them the Etzem should be Meir Begoli. That's is Nismamish when the is pale in the Yesh, in the Havas HaYesh. So when the is a prat in the Havas HaYesh, so the Inyani of the is not an Inyan B'fnei Atzmi of Gilui, but as a Cher the Kodas HaAtzmi which is in the Yesh. So Kosmos someone is Rakba Pnim in Zata Dynamitis Muslim. Kimen Shachon Vakil Bis Mashiach Muhus Achsidis. Yeah, the Mashiach is in no Etzem. The Kodas HaKontress is the fact that Ka'asim, the Fatzim Yonas brings Mashiach here is because Mashiach is Yechida. The Nekuda of Yechida of Chassidus is Mizbata Davke Nashpam B'chutz. Other Yonim Chassidus, the fact that Chassidus Chveis is Meisif in Yonim Ruchnim B'nefesh Adam. That's not the Nekuda Yechida of Chassidus. It's not the Kodesh Yechida, so it's not going to be Mamshech than the Kodesh Yechida of Mashiach, which is the Yechida of Kol Seishlashlus. Cheme Hecher Chul Hafetz Asamanis Chutz Davke Vashi Yochos Achi Yahav Chus Chutz Lima Yonas. That's the Keich Ha'etzim. Is even Machen the Chutz that does Alein Zolverna Mayin. The Rebbe said that when they get to France, that Sarfas Bigematrio Paratzta, that not that your Mamshech Chassidus two friends, two Sarfas, but Sarfas Gufa became a mocker for the Makim Gufa became a mocker for Ashpas Chassidus. Shadei Zem is Batam Husam Ayonis that they're not Mugder and B'mele, not only they're Nimshach B'chom Makim, but the Inyani of the Makim Guf is to contribute and to be Meisif in the Mayonis. Vaz Asimar the Makim Shech. Lash Rabbeinu Azakin Shaz is Dachich Gashmis Hanishiyah Gashmis Elishi is Dachich. Aguva Elam V'Yari Ravad Yisrael B'Lishim Levush Yisrael Arli Yisrael Yigei Cheshach Ha'um is Gamkin Ziv Kol Basar Yachtav Kol Yesh V'Sev L'Artzach. Mavar Shivini Taz Hashem Zeh Mesim Shech D'Chin Gol Mesim V'Esim Gol Mesim Gol Mesim Gol Mesim V'Esim Gol Mesim Gol Mesim Gol Mesim also there is Lashon and Tanya. Shemik Kovanah Komesh Koz B'Shar Yeira Agai Yichir Chosh Yichar Shchosh Shchosh L'Neheira Dai Kamur Mavar V'Yesim Mesim 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 Shchosh L'Kom Mesim HaKedesh V'Yesim Mesim Gol Mesim Shir Mesim Gol Chis HaMesim Bir Mais Olayim V'Chad Shchosh L'Dom Azim B'Rishis. That's the Nekuda Sadvar. This Nekuda when you get to the that Inyan Ha'er is that is named Tzayid Atzmos is Mahava the Yesh B'Em Tzayid Sa'er. That's that from das Inyan was not verstehen. Sai ben get Aveda and Sai ben get to that Minyan. That's that from learning the Minyan. I'm saying it's not Inyan der Chagav though. I'm first learning the Mekavis in Kaimeh. I'm not supposed to finish early, but I want to stand darshan. Speak extra in Yonah. We skipped our order. Elamot Keach, do again a shtickle order. Stick a few orders, but one order. Unless you want to go to sleep, I'm not the one to keep anybody. Yeah, 43 and 44. Yes, the Rebbe brought in the beginning of the Kondres 4 Biyurim. Was besteht Ufto Chassidus? And the Rebbe says the Nekudas Chassidus is Yechidish B'Nefesh, Nekudas Achayis, which is higher than Geder. So the Rebbe's Navar here how the Inyanim that he was Masber before, that the Rebbe brought to the Rebbeim bring the 4 Inyanim. That's Neveh Dafke Mitzad the Nekudas Ha'etzem. So 43. He says, what's the Inyan of the Ufto Chassidus? That Kabbalah Azay Pnimius HaTeira Inyanim of Seichu B'Teira. So Dafke Yiddish had a Neshama Gveya was able to be Masig Inyanim of Pnimius HaTeira. And through Chassidus, the Alter Rebbe Ufgetanim can Masber sein Inyanim of Pnimius HaKabbalah in Seidus HaTeira in Seichel. Das Kirak Mitzad Seder Shtashel Shebetei Yesh Nagbal. That means Mitzad Tziyur. V'Teira kommt up in Welt. Mitzad Welt, there's this Agdara that there's the Agdara Pshat, Remez, Drush, is the Geder is Gidui, and Chelik HaSeid is Helen. Aber Mitzad Etzem Muhus HaTeira, B'chines Yechida, ein Chilik min Chelik HaSeid Shevul L'Shar HaCholot, and Gam HaSeid Yechol Yiz B'Gidui. Mitzad Etzem, this Agdara, that Seid is Nelam, that's Agdara Mitzad Mitzias. Mashega Mitzad Etzem, that Agdara you don't have. That's one. That's when you get to that Minyan. 44. So the Rebbe that the zweite Sache is Lefnim Shalom Zayin with Lefnim Shur Sadin. So what does the Nagel Lefnim Shur Sadin have to do with Gida Yechida? It touches a very deep touch what Lefnim Shur Sadin means. What's like the pshat? A person has to do what it says in Shulchan Aruch. What's the pshat? A person is misnaig lefnim shur sadin. Says mitzat b'chinas nefesh ruach neshama chaya ha'adam b'mtzius yadayin al she'evid hu esberei. What's the chilik muhusi between nefesh ruach neshama chaya and yichida? Nefesh ruach neshama are all in yanim pratim. Nefesh, let's say, is seichel and this is a midis. So there's a mitzias. There is in vas b'shteit. It's at ish madrega you can explain in vas b'shteit that it's dveikas telekus. Is this nefesh the skashas telekus b'shteit in them that he does everything the Eibush wants. In ruach the kashet telekus b'shteit in them that he has avas Hashem and yiras Hashem, that he's connected mitzad regesh telekus. In b'chinas and Shemach and Chabad the kesher Chabad is inin prati, and it's a inin mugder. And vas b'shteit the fact that it's an inin eluki, that there's havanas vasagas elukus. Now there is a chay. So there's a mitzias which is connected to the Eibush. Certain image is connected to the Eibush. Yechid is not a mitzias which is mitzad dargi yechid. It's not that there's a neshama which is connected to the Eibush. Lechatchila it's almost elukus. There's no mitzias. Lechatchila there's only there's the nekudas emes. What's Yechid liyachdach? That the Eibush is what the Eibush is. That's his own inyan. He doesn't have his own inyan, and he connects to the Eibush according to his terms, so to speak. So there is the Ratzna Elyon, and then there is the Ratzna Elyon. The let's see how the Rebbe touches it. So Meir was like, "Given Shubim Mitzius, Hari Kavanasi." Since the mentions of Mitzius means that Seichel, there's a Mitzius of Seichel. So Meir Kavanasi Bavidasi B'Shvil Hagiluim. Seichel is Zugang zu Azach. So he's looking for the Inyan HaSeichel was Faran in them. Sucht a certain B'Shvil Hagiluim. Shebechlalo Zeu Inyan Hanhaga Al Pi Din. Gam B'chinas Achai Yesh Ne'ez Mevukish. Means din means what the person is gonna gain from. What's connected to his mitzvah somehow. The Frim Shur Sadin, the Rebbe attaches it here is was there mensch verdient gar nicht. Zu sein mitzvah hat es nicht. I'm saying if you have you're mechuyev to do it al pi din. So if you do it, you're fulfilling a chiyuv that you have. Means al pi din means that there's a mitzvah, and this mitzvah all of mutal chiyuv. When the chiyuv, if he doesn't do the chiyuv, he's lacking something. When he does the chiyuv, hat yetzik when he dechevasi. The Frim Shur Sadin heist darfst es nicht tun. Was is darfst nicht tun? Mitzad your mitzias is not a chayiv that in you, and if you do it, it's not going to bring anything to you. If it's gonna be meiser something to you, so then your mitzias, then it's negate to your mitzias. So you understand what I'm saying? You're saying the future then is medafres. What is medafres nicht? That means your mitzias is not lacking anything without it. Der innen vetter gar nicht zugeben. Ebst vetter us zugeben, so then it's innen apidin. Then api medide darf nicht tun. Api cheshben you have to do it. The Frimish Din means, I'm saying, the Mahus in the Frimish Din means, I'm saying in Nigla, a part of the Frimish Din could mean things, any Inyanim which are Inyanim of Midas, so it's not as I don't know exactly the Gdarim, but certain things are, technical halacha, which is, and certain things are Inyanim of Midas and Musar, where there's no Einshim, or there's no, but every single Frimish Din more inside the Mahus Inyan. There's things it's negea for the person, that's din, means that mitzad your metzias is there's a nechitzis for that inyan. Frimish din is that metzias is not going to lack anything without it. And why are you doing it? Well, evil there. So that's mitzad avishon shamachai. There are certain metzias. Seichel kricht nicht reisen sein metzias. So mitzad seichel b'shas that the inyan zucht for a zach which has a shaykhis to him. Not that there's an inyan which has no shaykhis to him. The way it's beyond him is not the inyan of nefesh ruach neshama chaya. Yechid is connected to Elokus bli kesher to mitzvahs. The inyan alein. That's the Frimish Shur Sadin. It says beis lenishtane teva mideisav. For the action of this, obviously, mitzad nefesh ruach neshama chaya, there is the gather of the mitzvahs adam. So there's a gather of his mitzvahs. There's a mitzvah tchunas of the mitzvahs. Me'ach eshal talalev. There's the teva adam. Nefesh ruach neshama chaya is the way the neshama is in mitzvahs, and its mitzvahs say the shlashlos connects to the Eibush. So there's gdarim of mitzvahs, it's a gdarim of mitzvahs. So a person has a certain nature, and if someone's beteva ava, he's not going to have yira. The fact that a person can meshana his teva, That's dafka mitzad Yechida, where the pnimius ha'adam, the pnimius, the neshama of a yid, which is not connected to the gather of mitzias. Shegim mitzad Bchinas Yechidim is batlu mitzias legamri, v'lechein ain't shum vukish ba'avidase, and hagad lefnim yishur sedin. He's not munach in what's demanded of him, what the mitzvah is mechayi from him, and then in such a case he's not mugbal in a steven. Shtana gam tevin midayis of mikvor leches mechas legvor. 45 is a famous thing. Yes, avas rak when igel legiluim, v'lei be'etzem an shem. Chinas Yechid shechen efshel leiri. Yeah, this is a tip of Kondress, and that is that ma'ayin zayin them. I'm saying medarfus. Learned it a couple of times. It's in Dakin. Gut, mit